lot
Mm-hmm.
of my buyers have been asking about the market in general. They kind of all had
Mm-hmm.
deadlines. Now they're not sure what they should do.
Yeah.
So even though people are not being evicted or foreclosed on right now, they still have their own goals and their own timelines of when they wanted
Mm-hmm.
to, buy or invest. So I don't know if you have any other insight on this, but I've been pretty much telling my buyers to kind of write out their goals and so they can stay on track. But even so, still keep looking, because people are still buying right now. We're still having closings,
Yes.
and we are seeing that even though the interest rates are a lot lower, prices are also dropping right now. So,
Yeah.
I mean, the one thing with real estate is if you're going to buy a multifamily, for example, still buy that multifamily property because people are still going to be occupying the other units or that other unit if it's a duplex. So
Exactly.
if you're still getting income, keep getting that income right now because there are people who are being furloughed until further notice. What are your thoughts on that?
So, if you have everything right now and you're still able to buy, I still recommend that you try to do it. Don't stop your goal setting. If you make your evaluations depending on how you do as a person, a family, whatever, and it doesn't fit with your immediate goal, then fine. Set aside time to figure out when it's going to be within your goal to happen. But I've been getting a lot of people still wanting to buy, still working. Although the employment rate is the highest we've seen in recent years, there are still people working. So like your nurses and I guess what they would call essential workers, and we thank them for their service for sure. But as long as you have the money, so you have the savings, as long as you have the credit score, as long as you still have your employment and your employment is in a solid industry that pretty much isn't going to go away for the immediate time frame, then I say that you still keep that as a goal of yours. You may even be blessed to, yes, walk into the market where it is going to cost you less in the future. The house may be a little bit less than it was maybe a month ago because yes, prices are dropping because there has been a bit of a slowdown, but with real estate, it's so cyclical. It is tied to if people have jobs for sure because they want to make sure they can meet their monthly obligations, whether if they finance or they pay cash because you still have obligations anyway with purchasing a property. So it just depends on the individual, but I'd say as long as you have the money, the credit, and the job, then you're speaking of credit, right? So I've been telling people as of this time, just on the whole education thing, if you have, a goal of purchasing a home in the future or investing in a property in the future, even if you're not financing, it's still important to have good credit, or at least decent credit, just in case you need to draw upon those resources. And so it's the perfect time now to have a conversation with any of the creditors that are on your credit. And, there may have been a little hiccup in the past. Pay off those debts, and also just pay off debts in general, not even to improve your credit, so that it kind of frees you from those monthly obligations in the near future. With that, I'm saying like the annual credit report, and I think we might have talked about this on one of our last calls, where, it's the annual credit report. You get to see what's happening on your credit, and it usually happens annually, hence annual credit report. But now, because of COVID-19, they're offering weekly credit reports. So you can go on, take a look, and see what's on your credit. If there's anything that's awry or amiss, then you can, update and make those changes. But I think that's pretty wonderful for the people who really have those goals set in mind and want to improve on their credit and see what's on there.